Hello, everyone. Well, here we are in 2025 and about to start our 12th class in the Young Family Senior Forum. So congratulations on there are these little subsegments, and we're just starting the next subsegment today where we'll be going into Golden Rooster. Which is the first time we actually raise on one leg. And I'll be showing and demonstrating how to do that on the days that you don't have as much energy or as much balance or whatever it is. And I'm sure we all have those days. And I'll also be showing that, hopefully. I'm a little energy deprived today myself, but I'll hopefully be showing you how to do that in its full glory of Golden Rooster stands on one leg. And I wish I could pronounce that. It is one of the most wonderful things in Mandarin. It's something like Jinji Dooley, except it has all these wonderful accents in it. So welcome, Sue. Nice to have you here. So Hi. We're just about to begin, and we are recording, and we're going to go and practice what we know so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure the internet will be.
Prepare. Opening. White crane spreads its wings. Grasp the bird's tail. Right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Fist under elbow. Left, brush knee and push. Right, brush knee and push. Step up and punch down. And the first Golden Rooster. All right, my goodness, and everybody is actually in that position. That is great. My apologies for not being here last week. Nancy Lucero did us the honor of teaching this class, and so she did a lot of review last week, which I had been planning on doing. So we do not have a recording for that class. So those of you who are looking for that class, you will not find it. But she also introduced the first Golden Rooster, and we will be going over that again today, and also whatever you would like. Meanwhile, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's do one more practice here, and then I'd like to do what Nancy did, I would like to call it and watch you folks do a third practice of what we know already. So if you can. All right. Let's do one more together. Prepare. Opening. White crane spreads its wings. Grasp the bird's tail. Right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Fist under elbow. Left brush knee and push. Right brush knee and push. Step up and punched down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. All right, welcome, Veronica.
Hi.
All right. So if I can, I would like to call it for you and watch you all do it. So let's get in our feet together, pointing towards 12 o'clock. So allow me to see you folks. All right, prepare. Opening. White crane spreads its wings. Grasp the bird's tail, right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Fist under elbow. Left brush knee and push. Right brush knee and push. Step up and punch down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. All right. Well, we're going to review Golden Rooster stands on one leg today. So doing that is a little harder especially for some of you, because there's nothing to look at, right? except the other folks in the class in little tiny areas. So I wondered if you have any questions based on that. All right, I want to go over one thing in fist under elbow. Nancy did a lot of work on that last time. Let's see, what direction do I need to be in order to show this? Yeah, I think I want to start here. So just watch for a moment. Let's see. So I'm going to start as if 12 o'clock were over here.
Excuse me, Dee Dee.
Yes.
I don't know whether you highlighted for everybody else, but you're not for me. But I came in late, so I just didn't know if you wanted to highlight it so everybody could see. And make yourself big.
I think I am. I think I am. So can you put it on
might be
speaker
me
view?
then. Yeah, let me change my view. It must be me then. Ah.
Yeah, I am spotlight.
Oh, yeah. That's it. This
Is that
me.
it?
Apologies.
You got it? Okay,
Yes.
good. It happens. It happens to all of us. But thank you. If that ever happens and I don't spotlight myself, please, please, please let me know as soon as you notice it. Because it also impacts our recording. We don't want to have the recording be recording all of you folks. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm going to start here so that we're in push, and I'm just going to sort of get us here. All right, now I want to watch this. So I'm going to step out one line, two sides. And then I am going to ward off. And as I ward off, I am going to shift my, I'm shifting my weight, not completely, just as if it's like 60-40. Now I want you to watch your left hand in particular. What's going to happen? This arm is going to pretty much stay where it is, but the hand is going to rotate as you bring your other foot up. So not everybody is doing that. All right. So this hand rotates as the other foot comes up. Then it's absolutely what you've done is connected here. And then when you've rotated, you've grabbed. And it does move, right? It does move because you're stepping forward, but it's moving because your whole body is moving. Do you understand that? It's not like it's already moving this way. So let me show you that one more time. So from here, just easier for me to do it like this. So you're stepping out one line, two sides from heel to heel, shifting your weight forward and connecting with somebody right here, connecting with somebody. Then I'm shifting my weight completely. And as I do, and bring that foot up, I rotate this arm. Then I am already grabbing this person, and I've got all of this power in that swing. So it's a really important part to remember. So let's do it in the correct direction that we normally do it in. You may not be able to see it as well, but you can practice it in the direction you know. So we were in push, right bow step. We're coming back, hands flatten. We grab, we throw them in the corner. We come back, push out, step, one line, two side, ward off, you're connecting. Now you're rotating, rotate that hand as you come up. That arm is still just about in the same position relative to your body. All the way back with your weight, you're pulling down and then punching. So we didn't all have that rotation. It's also important that when we do this, we don't like start opening here yet. Eventually we do. We really pull with our body, and we also open our shoulder, you know, when we're coming like this. However, initially, you know, when we just do this, do you see? I haven't opened my shoulder. It's just in that normal position that you have when you're in your body shape. All right. So I wanted to catch that. You did a lot of work on right ward off. I mean, I'm sorry, fist under elbow. Sorry, on fist under elbow last week. So let me just show you what's happening so that you can understand this. We do it often. So I'm going to let my other arm be the arm. So this is the arm we're warding off with, right? So when we ward off, we're going to connect with somebody. Now, it's going to connect with an arm that looks different than this, but just imagine I'm connecting with this arm, pardon my watch, and I'm connecting right here, right? Connecting. And then as I rotate, look where my arm ends up. So I can pull the other person, right? I can pull that other person. So we do this many times in the form. We connect and then rotate in order to grab. So for those of you who know the long form, left ward off, no, from left ward off to right ward off is one of those. It's the first one that you learn, and there are others in the form. All right. So I just wanted to mention that. Hi, Steve. Welcome. Nice to have you here. All right. Any other questions about fist under elbow? All right. Shall we go through Golden Rooster? Let's do that. Yeah, I think that will be useful. All right. So first of all, I want to talk a little bit about our footwork and our bounce. Actually, first, let me show you both of them. And as I said to the class earlier, I'm a little low on energy today and stamina because I'm coming out of being sick. So we'll just see how it all goes. I may be the one who's modifying a lot of this. So we have punched down here. And remember that punch down is like a punch here. And then our setting has tipped. All right. So we're here. So here is Golden Rooster stands on one leg. We're shifting forward, opening our hand, coming back, turning our torso and coming up. Ideally, our fingers should not be higher than about our nose, and our elbow should be over our leg. So that's the first one. I'm going to do that again, just so you can see it here. And then we sink, our leg goes back. And our right hand will relax. And then we turn, pull the upper arm in, and come up again. So we have some new things here. Number one, we have this lifting arm. And everybody knows that we always get our arms, in position first before we're going to use them. So if we're going to use our lifting arm, you will see that we're going to get that lifting arm in position just before we're going to be lifting. So that's one of the things. And the lifting arm is, it's what you need to lift something up, right? So if you look at it this way, do you see how it's cocked here? So it's not like this. So you don't lift this way, you lift this way. All right. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing is putting that into position. The other thing that's new in this part in this movement for this form is that we are actually going up on one leg. And I want to use a tip about our balance. A lot of people get uncertain about it. They hold their breath. This is counterproductive. You want to keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. And Martin Middlewood, who is a teacher of Young Family Tai Chi, he is not in our school, but he's another teacher, and I go to discussions with him, has been talking about something he tells his students, and I think it's really, really fabulous. He has an acronym called ASKS. And so as a teacher, I have several asks for you. Whenever you go up for a kick, and whenever you, and it's an ask for yourself too. When you go up for a kick or stand on one leg. And those asks are A, align. So you want your spine over your standing leg, the leg that's going to stand. So you don't want to be like this. You don't want to be like this. You don't want to, you want to get yourself aligned beforehand, right? So you're going to align your body. And so that's the A, align. S is for sink. Now, often your body is sinking before you go up, but as you align, as soon as you're aligned, you're going to sink your breath. You're going to be having very calmly have your, not up here. Oh no, I've got to do this now. This is going to be hard. You know how that can happen? Your breath comes right up into your chest. Who doesn't do that? Come on, you do that, right? It comes up. So what you really want to do is say, I've got this. I'm not going to do more than I think I can do. And I'm going to be calm about it. And you want that kind of nice abdominal breathing we like in Tai Chi. So we align and we sink our breath all the way down here. And then as you do whatever you're going to do, you're going to go out, okay, with that breath. It's going to come all the way from down here, not from up here. If you start with it up here, you will be tense up here. You will be full up here. You want to be full. You want to be like one of those, you can't knock me over kind of like punching bags or something that you had as a kid, because they were so heavy at the bottom. And that's the way you want to be. You want to be aligned. You want to be heavy at the bottom. And part of that heaviness is being relaxed and relaxing your breath and having it right down here. So pull in a breath, but pull it right into your center. All right. So you're going to pull that breath in. And so that's align, sink your breath. The case for kick, in this case, you're not kicking, okay? So We'll be kicking shortly. You're not kicking, but you are standing up on one leg and you are using energy, right? You're standing up is part of what you're doing, right? This is I'll show you later once I get into it. All right. This is definitely a move where you are expressing your energy. So we'll talk about that later. All right. And then the final one is align, sync, and kick, and then and then usually it's step. And the reason he says step is because there's always a way you have to get that other foot down. That, that leg that's up, you've got to get it down. And you've got to get it down in a very conscious way, right? So after you've kicked, you want to still be aligned and relaxed and stepping, doing the stepping where you are full in your standing leg and you are positioning your foot wherever it needs to be to step. So those are his tips. One of the standard tips for keeping your balance is your head up. Your head up, sinking your weight into your feet, being aligned. These are all very standard. So that'll be good. Let me get a so let me so let's go over this footwork together for these moves. So whoops, left foot forward. Okay, so our footwork, we are going to shift all of our weight forward. We're going to bring our right foot in to one line, two sides. And then, this is different than you usually do. Instead of rocking back on that heel for this first one, you're going to push down with your ball of your left foot. And then what are you going to do? You're going to align, relax, sink your breath. And then you're going to extend your right leg and pick up your left. I'm going to show you that from the front. From here, peeling off, coming in from the ball of the foot and up. I want to show you that when you come up, see if I can do this. When you come up, I can't do it very well. I don't have range of motion, but what you basically want to do is this, okay? You want to do this. If I pull it up, you won't see it, but you want to protect your other leg. You want your leg to bend in to protect your knee in particular. That's true of all of them. All right. How are we on this? Let's try the footwork. From here, coming up, bringing your foot in, pushing with the ball of your foot, ask. Then you're going to sink, step back, all your weight still on your right leg, you are still aligned. And then this is going to be very reminiscent of repulse monkey. You're going to put your left foot down and pivot on your right foot. Then you are going to be able to just stand up again. Let's do it from here. So for now, let's just do the sort of, oh, sorry, left foot forward. All right. Now it's a little more complicated, but we're going to start this way. You're going to come forward. You're going to align, bring your right foot in, push with the ball of your left foot, and come up. Now, you can also push with the ball of your left foot, align, and sink, and just bring your other foot in. This is just fine. It has everything you want, or you can be up. All right. Then we're going to step back, one line, two sides, put our foot on the ground, then with a big turn of our hips and our torso, we're going to actually pivot on our right heel. Align, sink our breath, and come up. And again, you will, if you can, if you have this dexterity, try to protect that knee. I can't come up and protect the knee at the same time. All right. There's one more complexity to this footwork, and it's not so much footwork as it is body work, but you will recall that we are here. So remember, we punched like this, except when we punched, as we were coming in for that punch, we also folded right here so that punch would be to a knee, right? And our gaze that was going here is coming down, just again, parallel to it. So since we're here, we have to come, I'm just going to get this arm out of the way. As we shift our weight forward, we are going to unfold. And we're going to start this by peeling that foot off. Okay? And that's going to bring that right arm up. Also, that right arm is going to start to rotate. And as your foot leaves the floor, right here, it's going to be rotated. And I mean, it's not going to quite leave the floor, but as your weight, it gets full. And then you're going to open your hand as you come back and push off with your left foot. So there is this resetting. I'm going to show it to you from this side. I have a tendency to look up, which I shouldn't. There we go. You see, coming out, bringing that foot in. I am now sort of here and then here. So that transition is something different than we have done before. Is that clear to folks? Let's practice it a few times, just that beginning one. So left foot forward, shifting forward, rotating that arm and changing our setting. And then you continue to change that setting as you come back. You sort of tuck your tush underneath. And then you come back, and remember, you're turning to the right here. turning to the right, and then one up, one down. Let me go over the left arm, because the left arm is tricky. So here we are, one more time. Let's just practice this one part. We're going to start, see how I'm tipping, untipping, right? Like this. That is how we start, and I'm rotating, all right? And then bringing my foot in, touching the toe, and then as I come back, watch my left arm. As I come back, I am turning my body to this corner, and I am at the same time rotating and setting. It was already set in a different way. I'm going to rotate this arm to be a lifting arm. Then I am going to what? Align, sink. I'm talking too much. Align, sink. It's not a kick here, but do our technique. Maybe it should be asts. And then we step. All right, so those are all the details of this. I wanted to make sure you had the details because you'll need them on both sides. Are there any questions about those details? I know it needs practice. All right, so we're going to do a lot of practice. Don't worry about that. We're going to do a lot of practice. We'll practice together, and then, but I want to show you what happens. Well, actually, let's practice it a couple more times. And let's see. Let's do it this way because I think that's going to help you be able to see it. Is that right? Or am I wrong on that? Okay, we're going to step in. And nope, it's going to make it harder to see it. Make the second one easier. All right, let's go back here. My apologies. All right. So from here, coming up, stepping in, turning and preparing that left hand. Did you get that? And then execute. One more time. Coming up. And one more. In slow, really making sure of everything. Shifting our weight forward and at the same time, getting rid of our setting, right? And stepping in, coming back, turning to the right, and turning your left hand and setting it. Then coming up. And again, you do not have to come up. You can just come on your toe. Can I see you try that? All right. Okay, so when we're punching, so I want everybody to check all these things because everybody's doing something a little different. When we're punching, remember, it's as if we punched like this, except we did this, right? So it was like we were punching like this, just like a punch, except we did this. Now, what I want you to do here, actually, I'm going to show you here, just so you can see this part. I'm going to show you here. So at this point, I want, as you come up like this and you move your weight forward, I want your torso to go like this. All right. And I want this right arm to go like this. And right at the end of that, you're going to be getting ready to open. I've seen different people do it different ways. I will find the answer to that. Like, is it right before you get up, or is it as you get up? All right. So here you are like this. And I'm literally going to bring this up, and this is going to rotate while I do it. And this back foot is peeling off and I'm shifting my center forward as it does all that. And this comes in. So actually, I think I read from my notes of Nancy's class that she may have disambiguated this. So we're going to shift forward and turn and get all our weight forward enough right here when your right arm has turned horizontal. Then we come back. We turn to the right, and as we do, our left hand sits, and then we can go up. I think everybody's got the up, down. That's great so far. Yeah. Not everybody has all the other points. Steve, do you have a question, or are you just watching closely?
I have a question. How could you tell?
Because you were watching closely.
Okay, so I want to know, like with the breath, can you tell us again when you're sinking your breath, and then what happens after that? You keep sinking, through the move.
So it's just abdominal breathing, and we haven't talked a lot about that in this class. So in Tai Chi, you want to breathe like you do when you're asleep. So you know how you wake up in the morning, and if it's not to an alarm, you're just like, I want to stay asleep. I want to stay asleep. And if you pay attention to your breath, it's like all the way down here. You see that? It's all the way down here. It's calm, it's relaxed, it fills your whole lungs, but it definitely doesn't hold in your chest. It's not a, right? That'd be a really bad example. But when we're tense and nervous about something like, am I going to be able to do this? We have a tendency to hold everything up here. And that makes us actually heavier up here, believe it or not. And we really want to be heavier down here.
So once you sunk down, you just keep breathing from down there?
Yeah, you want to breathe from your diaphragm. That's really all it is. So the way abdominal breathing works is you make your lungs, your whole respiratory system, expand and take in the most air by your diaphragm going down here. And when that goes down, your lung capacity is biggest. Okay, so and you have a lot more air down. It pulls down, but it pulls, the air is much more likely to be here, in the bottom of your lungs, rather than like puffing out your chest somewhere. It's going to be everywhere. And I am not someone who knows anatomy, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. So what you're doing is you're sinking your breath, which just means abdominal breathing. And then you are, so whenever whenever we push, whenever we punch, your breath comes out. Whenever we kick, your breath comes out. Okay? So in this case, as we go up, that is our effort moment. And during the effort moment, that's when we breathe out. Okay? So you're always getting into the position you need. So mostly it's so that you are relaxed. Another thing I tell people is be confident. Another thing I tell people is especially for one of the difficult spin kicks in the long form, I tell them to say "we" as they try to spin, because you can't say "we," you know, and have it stuck in your chest, right? You have to be expressing it. All right. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Let's try to practice this one more time, and then we're going to go on. All right. So we are here. We're rooted, and we are going to unbend, and rotate this right arm. And then bring that foot in. Then turn to the right, bend your right arm. You're pulling somebody in here with your right hand, and your left arm is getting into position. And you are coming back you have come back all the way, so you just have a toe down on that left foot. Then one up, one down. Now, how do these arms look? See if I can get right in front of it. Your body is this way, and your elbow is over your knee, and it's a pushing hand on the other side. All right, nice, very nice, everybody. All right, let's look at the next one, right? So we were like this. I'm just going to demonstrate. So your pushing hand's going to stop pushing, and it's going to go into a ward-off shape, all right? And your lifting hand is going to be ready to contact the person that you've got. I always think of, nice, Dorothy, nice. I think of reaching out for somebody's like shoulder, right? Like to grab them, but we're not going to grab, right? And then this footwork should be familiar to most of you, because it's like repulse monkey, right? We're pivoting on our forward foot as we shift our weight back and we turn, right? And here we are again. So one up, one down. You want as much turn as you can get. It will make it easier to get everything lined up. Very nice. Nice balancing, everybody, too. Very nice. All right. Any other questions about that? Should we just practice that? I think that all of you have done this before. All right. We're going to practice it from this direction now, because then when you're looking this direction, you'll have the best view on the second one. All right. So we're going to be here, be very conscious of that tip, looking out parallel. So we're hitting the floor, I don't know, 18 feet away or 10 feet away or something with that gaze. And shifting our weight, peeling that back foot up, rotating that right arm. It's coming in, then turning to the right, bending that right arm, coming in, making that hand. I just barely have a toe down, complete shifting of the weight. Ask. Then, tricky, we're gonna, no, actually we're gonna, I have to remember, we're gonna step back for one line, two sides. We're gonna open palm down our left hand, and we're turning our right arm into a ward off shape. Then shift back. Imagine pulling. How are you going to pull that person you grabbed here? You're going to turn to the left. And how's it going to help that? We're going to pivot on that right heel and shift our weight back. So we've got our whole body weight helping us. Our right hand has become ready. And then one up, one down. This feels really strange to people who have done the long form because you do them in the opposite order from the long form. So.
Can you go through that real quick, the difference?
We get into it totally differently in the long form. We have been in Snake Creeps Down, you'll recall. And we do the one we just did first, and then we shift to the other one. So you have actually never done this footwork combination this way. So that's why it feels so weird.
So
if you
opposite.
It's opposite, yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
I couldn't quite figure it out.
Yeah, that's it's like you want to do repulse monkey.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So what we're going to do is start here and releasing that back foot, shifting your weight, untipping, rotating your right arm, bring it in and turn to the right, shift back, left arm is ready, and one up, one down. Bend your right knee, ward off your right arm, and extend your left arm to pat somebody on the shoulder. Left foot goes back one line, two sides. And that shift onto that foot, pull, 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 pull. As you pull with the left arm all the way towards your shoulder and turn your body, your right arm has turned palm in and set. It's a lifting arm just waiting to lift. And up, one down. Let's do that again. And coming forward, rotating the right arm, turning as we come back, one up, one down. Sink, reach out with that left arm, left foot goes back. And shift, pull, turn, and up. Don't fall over. Don't worry, we will review all of this next week and get more practice, and then we will go on to repulse monkey, and depending on that, how that goes, we'll do high pad on horse after that. So we've got a lot to do next week, and I do want to do everything we know already before we finish. Is there a question I can answer quickly for anybody? All right, let's do everything we know. One more practice, if you have it in you. I know we're all probably pretty tired. Please accommodate to your energy. I certainly will. Prepare, sorry. Opening. White crane spreads its wings. Grasp the bird's tail. Right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Fist under elbow. Did you remember to rotate that arm? Left, brush knee and push. Right, brush knee and push. Step up and punch down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. 1, 2. All right, wow. Looking good. I can tell people are also tired. All of us, I guarantee you. We don't do that every day, right? Or only work on something like that every day. All right. Let's close class. Thank you for being with me.